Oh hi! Welcome to Santa's sewing workshop. Hello everybody! Welcome back to my channel and to Santa's workshop. If you don't know, my name is Marie and I love to craft and sew and knit and all of these things. And I've last minute decided to make some of my Christmas gifts myself, which means I have to absolutely start making those because otherwise they will never be ready in time. And tonight I have a free evening. I thought it might be nice to take you along, get into the festive spirit, and yeah, work on some of these projects. I'm definitely not making all of my gifts this year. I just don't have the time and I don't want the stress of it. So I'm making something for my mum. I am making something super cute for my niece and nephew. Cannot wait to show you. And I'm working on an embroidery project for my cousins. And I hope to be also making something for my godfather. I think that's kind of everything. So definitely not all of the gifts are handmade. That's fine. I'm trying to enjoy this Christmas time as well and not just work all the time. Also a small disclaimer, just because you like crafting doesn't mean you have to make your gifts yourself. I enjoy making things for other people and you should definitely do what you enjoy. So don't feel any pressure, don't feel any obligation, do what you feel like doing. All right, enough of that. So now I have to head to work, but when I come back, I will start working on some of my projects and I hope to take you along with it. All right, let's go. Hello, I just got home from work and it was a busy day today, but I felt like I was on a good roll and I'm full of energy for sewing. It's dark outside, I put on my lights and candle and it's all cozy. I made myself a cup of tea and took some of our homemade Speculoos cookies that we made over the weekend with my niece and nephew. So I'm all ready and set for a few hours of sewing. I feel so happy to have the whole evening just to myself. And yeah, let's get started maybe, because otherwise I will just waffle on the whole evening. So I want to start with the cutest thing that I've ever made, I think. And it's these adorable little mouse puppets. These are fully handmade. Wait, let me put my mic. I found a pattern on Etsy. I will link it down below. And it's just for a mouse puppet and some clothing options. And it's just the cutest thing ever. Let me show you. So this is the base mouse. It comes with the pattern and the instructions. I decided to braid a little tail. I haven't done all the finishing with the eyes, the mouth, the nose. That will come maybe today. I have two because it's one for my niece and one for my nephew. And I want to make a little bit of a color scheme per mouse. And then my plan is to make little outfits for these. I made a little pair of denim jeans. It's so cute. And they even have little holes in the back for their tail. And then I have little vests. For this one, I have a blue pair of pants with a little button and then a little vest out of a blue floral fabric. And I added a little hand sewn button. I've also made a few extra outfits. So this is a pair of dungarees, a little dress or peplum top, depending on the modesty of the mouse. And as you can see, I've made little scarves for them. So they have, I just knitted a tube basically with a little hole here. And then you can thread the end through the hole, so it's a bit easier to tighten the knot. So yeah, then you can put on a little scarf. Oh, so cute. And this is the mouse. So my plan today is to do the eye and the nose and mouth details, possibly also work a little bit more on the finishing because, for example, the dungarees don't have buttons yet. Some of the tops don't have buttons yet. I might want to make a little dress still. We'll see. The nice thing about this project is that I'm able to work on it when I have a little bit of time. So making one of these dungarees or dresses doesn't take a whole lot of time. So it's nice to just work on it during the week when I have a bit of time. I have so many ideas of things that I want to make for them. I was thinking maybe I can make like a little doll for the doll, or a little hat, or a little turtleneck sweater. I don't know. I have many ideas. I should not get carried away too much because I have other things that I want to do as well. But I cannot wait to give these. I hope they will love it. I think they will. Yeah. I love them. Then I have my mom's sweater. In my previous video, I was mentioning all of my sewing plans for winter, and this was one of them. It's a sweater for my mom. It's the Elaine sweater from Fibre Mood, and it's mostly done. I just have to do some of the finishing touches. So this is her. I put on the small waistband. I had attached it, but it was too big, which made the hem kind of flare out. It wasn't nice. So I took in the hemband just a little bit, I think 4 centimeters, and hopefully it will make the hem look more straight. I talked to my mom. She doesn't want like a cinched in waist. She likes it when it's flowy, but I also don't want it to like flare out. That's not the vibe we're going for. So I want to finish the hem band today and attach it. Hopefully this won't take me too long. Alright, I have finished the hem, and I had to do it twice because the first time I sewed it back on, it was still not tight enough and it was still flaring out. So now, as you hopefully can see, it's all nice. It's a little bit more cinched in, but not much. Like, it's really still very flowy. And I am really liking how this is turning out. You see the clips on my arms, so I still want to sew down the facings on the arms and on the neckline. But all in all, I think this is coming together really, really nicely. I think a few stitches of hand sewing will do a lot to keep everything nice and tidy, especially on the neckline. I'm not super sure how to do this so that it doesn't flop over. Like, it keeps, when I'm putting it on, keeps doing this. That's not cute. But yeah, we'll see. I will go sit back and do some hand sewing. Next project is an embroidery kit for my cousins. This year we have been crafting a little bit together, and it's been really, really nice because when we were younger we used to spend Easter holidays together and also craft a lot, and now it's kind of nice to have found that again and craft a bit together. We have mainly been pimping some denim jackets. They like to travel, and everywhere they go they collect patches that you can sew on to your clothing. So I taught them how to use a sewing machine, and we spent a few afternoons sewing, and it was really, really nice. And also the denim jackets turned out super cool. And then they mentioned that they also would like to try embroidery. Now, I'm not an embroidery expert, not at all, but I do know the basics, and I think it would be nice to make a little kit of all the essentials so they can start on embroidery. So I got them a bunch of accessories for this kit, like little scissors and embroidery rings, threads, things like that. And then I want to make little patterns for them so they have something to start with. And to do that, I ordered some water-soluble embroidery paper. I'm not sure what the technical term is, but it's basically water-soluble paper that you can stick on your fabric or piece that you're working on. And this gives you a little bit of a guideline as you embroider, and afterwards you can just put it under cold water and it dissolves. So it's a really nice way of reinforcing your fabric, and it's nice especially maybe for people that are not so used to embroidering. I don't think that sounds correct. Doing embroidery. So people that aren't very used to doing embroidery can just follow the lines, and then the paper disappears after if you wash it. If I make small designs, it will be nice because then they can have quick results. And I think when you start something scary a little bit as embroidery, it's nice to have quick results. But yeah, that's mainly on my computer because it's designing little embroidery designs. Alright everybody, it is the end of the evening. It's about 10:30, high time for me to go to bed. And I wanted to quickly check in and just chat about what I ended up making tonight. Obviously, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. That's kind of a given. But I'm pretty happy with the results of my crafting evening. Let's start with number one. So I finished my mum's sweater. I finished the hem as I showed you, and then I also hand stitched the facings on the sleeves, and I did the same with the facing on the neckline. All in all, I'm very happy. The only thing I need to do is choose a label, and then this is ready to be gifted. Then I finished my little mice. I added some eyes and a little nose detail. I think they came out super cute, and I had a bit of trouble deciding where to place the eyes, but I think they came out really nice, and yeah, they look so cute. So these are ready, and as I said, I think now basically any clothing or accessories that I managed to make extra are just extra. It's basically ready to be gifted as is, and if I have some more time along the next few weeks, I can still add some more to the gift. So very, very happy to have finished those as well. Afterwards, I got a drawing on my drawing tablet. I started drawing out the designs for the embroidery. I have a few designs. I like the direction it's going. It's quite simple, but I think it will be manageable for a first embroidery project, and that's my main goal basically. All in all, I worked on 3 gifts, finished one, basically 2 actually, and then I really got a good start on my embroidery project. On top of that, I watched a Christmas movie and watched some YouTube, so such a wonderful evening. What I didn't get to work on are my godfather's curtains. Yeah, we'll see if I can get some time in the week to do that. As I said, I will head to bed now. I hope you enjoyed following along on this little crafty, festive evening. It really got me into the Christmas spirit. I love my little reindeer. If you want to see more or are curious, you can always check out other videos that I've made in the past. And of course you can always subscribe if you feel like doing that. Other than that, I hope you are having a great December. I'm sending all the happy, warm and cozy vibes to everybody. And unless you are on the other side of the world, then maybe instead of warm vibes, I can send you cool and breezy vibes. Thank you a lot for watching all the way until the end. I hope to see you on here hopefully kind of soon. And yeah, happy crafting. Goodbye.